Alright, here's another proof. Notice we have triangle OJK, but it's also split into two triangles, OMJ and OMK. We have angles 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. And now we're going to look at the given. Remember, I'm going to slide this up here. Every proof starts you off somewhere, and it says angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. Prove, so it also tells you at the end you're going to prove something. M is the midpoint, that's what the MP stands for, of segment JK. Now remember, we've got our statements, we've got our reasons, so any statement we make has to be supported by a reason. Our first statement is always going to be whatever the given is. So we say angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. Why is that? Because it was given. So with that, we might also continue to draw on our pictures here. They told us that angle 1 was congruent with angle 2. They told us angle 4, we'll put 2 arcs here, is congruent with angle 3. So notice I used 1 arc and 1 arc to show that those two are congruent, and then 2 arcs and 2 arcs to show that those two are congruent. The next thing that I'm going to state is that OM has to be congruent with OM. Why is that? It's because it's the same line. And you could say that's because of reflection, but I mean it's the same line, so we know that's got to be true. Now because of that, I'm going to put another little symbol here just to show that those are congruent with itself. And if you kind of look here, we have one angle, a second angle, and then we have a side in that order showing congruence. If that's the case, we've just proven that these two triangles are congruent because of the angle side postulate. Furthermore, because these two triangles are congruent, other pieces of this triangle have to be congruent as well. So some of the things that we might notice then, if this angle is congruent with this one's congruent with this one, this side's congruent with this one, meaning this triangle is congruent with this triangle, then this corner, or this angle, has to be congruent with this angle right here. And I put 3 arcs there to show that they're congruent. Also this side, because we knew it was a reflection, has to be congruent with this side. And then the other side that has to be congruent is JM and MK. Why is that? Because we proved the triangles were congruent. But the reason I'm going to give is CPCTC, which stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. That just means if we have two congruent triangles, there's got to be more things congruent about it. For instance, JM has to be congruent with MK. If that's the case, and this is the same length as this, that means it's also the same distance to M is the same distance to M in this direction. Thus proving that M, let me slide this down, is the midpoint of JK. Why is that? That's because of the definition of midpoint.